Banty is back with Monaghan, and I think just as a journalist, it's kind of like entertaining straight away because he's always a good talker, always picked up the phone. So it's probably going to be there's always a bit of crack with Banty, but clearly he's a man who loves football. So he was with Monaghan from 2004 to 2010. I think he was just offered a year at that stage. Probably wanted more himself, so stepped away. But he's been more or less involved in football non-stop ever since. So he clearly loves it. Straight in with Meath. Probably went with a couple of local Meath people involved in the Backroom team at first. Didn't work out. Then brought in some people that he knew from his own footballing background. Wouldn't say it was an overly successful time with Meath. Then involved with his own club, Corduff. Then Wexford for a year, and that was a long commute. Probably not very successful either. Then did have minor Ulster success with Monaghan. So he will know those players coming through, and he'll know what he has for the future. Former down player Conor Laverty's involved, David McCaig is involved, but then it gets interesting. Then the Backroom team, and this takes some putting together. Like Peter Donnelly, who had been with Tyrone and is with Ulster Rugby, like it's quite a coup to get him involved. Actually, it's sensational because, like, how have Tyrone allowed this situation to happen? Because people have talked about how amazing he is, and the fact that they allowed that to happen. Like, and how did Monaghan get it? How did they have the sway that Tyrone don't have, when Tyrone are supposed to be the team more regularly pushing towards the latter end of the championship? And like a lot of it is possibly down to the finances in Tyrone and the fact that Garvaghey swallows up so much money. You even think about, just think about the design of Garvaghey. It's in the shape of a Celtic T, and I was in there for a press event a couple of years ago, and it's shaped like that, old T like that, and there are some rooms where there are sharp corners, and just the design of the place, it makes no massive sense. Like, it looks lovely from the outside and from an aerial shot, but as regards kind of laying out different rooms, it just doesn't make sense. There isn't even a gym in the place. They're apparently now trying to raise money for a gym. So the idea that you have a centre of excellence without a specified gym for this kind of thing is amazing. And then the press box in Omagh as well, it's like a space station. In the summer, you're blinded by the sun coming in over the stand, and in the winter then the rain fogs the place up. You can't hear the subs being made. So just a couple of bad decisions off the field. Are they contributing to the likes of why Peter Donnelly isn't there? Maybe so. Statsman Ray Boyne is involved as well. The guy he was involved at Dublin as well in the past when they won All-Ireland football titles, has this year been involved under Liam Sheedy with Tipperary, where they won an All-Ireland. Obviously quite good at what he does. The really interesting thing on this is the link to what happened 11 years ago when Boyne was involved with Pillar Caffrey with the Dublin footballers, and they played a league game against Monaghan, and there was an altercation and an alleged headbutt between Boyne and Tommy Freeman, and apparently, like, Banty was the manager of Monaghan back then, and apparently Boyne and Caffrey went up and there was an apology and everything was ironed out. But it's interesting that Banty was the manager then when that happened, and now he's bringing that same man in who was on the other side of the fence. So really interesting one. Monaghan didn't have a great final season under Malachy O'Rourke, but I think overall they did really well with him. Like, they lost to Cavan this year, beat Fermanagh, and then lost at home in the qualifiers to Armagh, which wasn't a particularly good performance. So just 3 wins from 10 competitive games all year, and one of those was against Dublin in the first league game, when probably the Dubs weren't long back after their after being away and just having an extended break. So you'd imagine there's a lot more in this team. Be interesting to see if Banty can get it out of them.